Okay, so welcome. Thank you for being here. My name is Megan. I'm the director here at Haven. I'm really glad that you're here. If you did not sign in, please do so. That's just so that we know who we need to make sure gets this information if they couldn't come today. So when you leave, there's a table directly out there, has your volunteer signups as well, and you just highlight your name if you were here. If you're new, you might not be on there because I printed it earlier this week, so just write your name in and then we'll know you were here. So that's fantastic. All right, so we're gonna blow through a lot of stuff and then I'm gonna let my families who've been with us before go because they already know some of the basics, but we're gonna start with stuff that everybody needs to know. So just hang with me. If you have a dancer who is 7 and up, we do have a parade rehearsal happening right now. If they aren't in the parade, they can still go and dance because I assume they like dance since they're here, and they're also gonna make cards. So if you wanna do that, any of my dancers 7 and up, you guys can just head straight this way into the room off to the left that has carpet in it. So 7 and up can go that way. If I have any littles, I do have some coloring up here. You might want to tear out a coloring sheet because there may be too many of you to take a whole coloring book. But if any of my littles want to come up and grab a book or a sheet and some crayons, feel free. So dancing for 7 and up, coloring for littles. All right, parents, let's get to it. So I thought that we would talk about something a little bit different at the beginning. I don't know about you, but I know in my family, and I really do consider Haven a family, sometimes we have issues with communication. And when we have a family this big, like Haven is, you are only seeing a very small percentage of Haven. When we have a family this big, there's bound to be some issues with communication. And so I thought I'd talk about expectations because I'm sure this has happened to you as well, where like in your relationship, you have person A who has an expectation, and then person B does not meet said expectation. Person A gets upset, and then we have an issue, right? Tell me I'm not the only one. Tell me that happens. Okay, thank you. So, but then when we talk about it, all of a sudden, not only do we understand each other better, we realize where the hurt was, we can apologize, but we also get to a deeper understanding. So I thought, well, I should lay out some expectations so that you guys know, because otherwise then there'll be hurt feelings on one of our sides that expectations weren't met, and that's not fair to either of us. So that's what we're gonna start off with. So we're gonna talk about the performances first. Here is your performance schedule for the fall semester. Who wants to count how many shows we have? How many? It's 5. We've got 5 shows this semester. We sold out several of our shows last semester, and I'm not a fan of parents not getting to see their kids dance. So we added another show. This will also help our shows not be quite as long, which is going to be good for everybody. So this is the general idea. However, if you have a level 4 or 5 dancer, they may be dancing in more than one show. Sometimes we like to highlight some of our older dancers, especially the more advanced classes, just to give them a little bit more stage time to perfect their craft. So be on the lookout for information about that. That will go out in your class chats or the news and notes, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But this is a rough general outline. Obviously, you see there's 2 performances for Friday classes. So once I figure out how to evenly split you all between the 2 Sunday shows, we'll let you know. But you'll be in at least one of those, okay? All right, so for the performances, there's a few things, a little bit of performance etiquette that will help you and all of us have a smooth performance weekend. 1, you will need tickets for the show. They're $5 each. Everybody that needs a seat needs a ticket. So if you got a little one that's gonna sit on your lap, they don't need a ticket. That ticket is important. That's how we can afford to rent out Hogue Hall. That's why we do sell those. And I do not suggest waiting to the last minute to buy your tickets, okay? We did sell out several shows and we may continue to do that, so please buy your tickets as early as you can. When you get there, we always open the doors 30 minutes before the show. Get there early, make sure you can find a space, especially if you have a big row of family or friends you want to sit together. Get there early. There's lots of great seats. There's no bad seats at Hogue Hall, but to get everyone together, you might want to get there a little early. All right, when you are there, and I want you to communicate this to your guests as well, we are asking, because this is what is correct etiquette at a show, that you stay for the whole show. Okay, because the dancers who are at the end, they worked just as hard as the dancers at the beginning. And it's very discouraging, especially to those younger dancers, to get on stage and there's a half-empty audience when they know that for earlier people, they had a full audience. So we're asking, please stay and tell your friends and your family, we're gonna stay. We're gonna be there the whole time. And to make that super fun, we're not gonna release any children till the end anyway. Okay, so you can't leave because we're not releasing your kids. We're gonna do a huge last piece with our teacher dance combined with bows. It's gonna be amazing. All of your students will be a part of that. The only exception we're gonna make is for our rainbow dancers because they are very little. If they cannot hang, they are okay to go. Okay, but everybody else is gonna stay for the whole show. It's gonna be a great, wonderful thing. And we want you as the audience to stay for that whole time as well. All right, this goes without saying, but we're gonna say it anyway. Don't talk during the show, and help the people around you to respect that as well. You know what it's like when you're watching your kid on stage and everybody around you is having full-on conversations. It feels yucky. It doesn't feel good. So we wanna make sure that we're not doing that for other people. And if there's other people around you who are talking, I think it's okay to gently say, hey, that's not why we're here. Let's be quiet and let's be respectful. I think it's okay to help the people around us learn that good etiquette because that's how we become a better audience for our dancers. And we can do that when we go see other shows as well. Okay, and then if you have to leave or come back during the performance, I'm gonna ask that you only do that during the applause. The longest dance that will happen is 4 minutes, so I promise you can make it. If somebody has to go to the potty, okay, we're gonna wait till they applaud. Part of the reason for that is it's very distracting to the people around you for you to, walk in front of them as you're getting out. But then also on stage, the doors, as they open, it lets in a blast of white light every time that door opens when people are going in and out, and especially for our little dancers, that's really distracting, and it's really kind of like, and it can mess up the whole thing. So we really want to make sure they have a positive experience on stage, and keeping those doors closed is really going to help with that. So please respect that, only coming in and out. So if you're on the outside and you're needing to come in, just wait, you'll hear the applause, then it's time to come. Okay, and basically just treat others how you'd want to be treated. Treat everybody else's dance the way you want everybody to treat your dancers, and we'll be great. It'll be good. All right, so that is our performance etiquette. Here are the requirements for the performance. These were on your confirmation email that you got. They're very similar to what we had in the past. Jazz is different. You will notice if you have a child going into jazz, we are going to move towards a nude tight, which is like a skin tone tight, and then a caramel colored shoe. If you have black shoes already, we will continue to use black shoes for this semester. For this whole year, just so you don't have to go out and buy brand new shoes if you just bought black. So no stress about that. But that's kind of what we're moving towards. And then tumbling for 10 and up, they're moving towards a nude tight as well. So it's a tight, this is called a stirrup tight. It allows your toes to be out and your heels, so you can still grip the mats, but it's just a little bit, it's a little bit more of a modesty factor, and it also gives you really beautiful long lines on stage, which dancers always want that. So 10 and up are going to have one of these. All right, men, close your ears for just a second. I'm gonna talk to the ladies. Ladies, for our girls that need to wear bras, they do need to wear a bra underneath their leotard, and it needs to attach at the front and the back only. Not the ones that meet up in the middle. No sports bras, no racer backs, because our leotards hit right about here, and so we will see those, okay? So make sure that you have one of those on hand going into the performance. Don't wait till the last minute. I just don't think it's appropriate for underwear to be showing on stage. I don't think that's what we should do. So we need to make sure we have proper underwear underneath our leotards. Some girls will be in white leotards, so make sure you have a white or a nude color bra as well on hand, in case you are in one of those colors. Speaking of leotard colors, we have made a change I think you're all gonna love me for. Every level, this will not apply to older girls because they changed their leotards anyway. All the younger levels, like if you're in level 2, regardless of what style they're in, they'll all be in the same color. So like if you have a tap and a tumbling level 2, they'll just be in black, for example. So there'll be no more coming backstage to change leotards in the middle of the show. Does that make sense? Yes, you're welcome. Okay, so yeah, I thought that would make it easier on everybody. So we'll let you know what color that'll be once we get there, but you won't have to change leotards in the middle. Okay. When we get to performance weekend, yeah, I'll take questions just one second. Can we please have no nail polish? Cute nail polish all semester long. I love when my students come in and show me their nails. They're always so proud of their cute nails. So all semester long is great, but for the performances, no nail polish, please. No jewelry except for wedding bands. For us married dancers, we wear a wedding band. But anything else is one, both dangerous to have on stage, and two, very distracting. So no jewelry. And hair, if it's supposed to be in a bun, which for some of those styles you see, it needs to be in a neat bun. We don't do the buns in the donuts, and we don't do the buns where you twist it and then you put a rubber band around it. Okay, it needs to be a ballet bun. We sell these fantastic little bun kits. They're $5. They've got 2 hair nets in your child's hair color. So this would be a very blonde child. It's got 2 ponytail holders, 10 bobby pins, those are the tight pins, and then 10 U pins, those are the bigger pins. Those U pins are your best friends, especially if you have a child with a lot of hair. You need to use the U pins. So we put these together so you guys don't have to go to 15 different stores to find all those. If you want one, order them on the studio store. You don't have to use ours, you can buy your own, but just so you know, those are them. So these are the ingredients you need for your performance bun. Hair nets are required. It makes everything look super clean and slick and beautiful on stage. Said that. Okay, and then let me explain a few more things about tights. So for ballet and tap, their tights have to go all the way over their toes. So for our littles, you have 2 options. You can get a footed tight, it has no holes in the bottom, but we're only gonna continue selling these in our tiniest size. I think that's extra small child. For everybody else, we're moving to a convertible tight because they are by far the most popular and, in my opinion, superior. They have a hole in the bottom of the foot so that you can pull it off their foot so that if they're going into tumbling, you can just roll the foot up. So they're really nice for class because then you can transition from one class to another. And they're just really nice because your feet get hot. And then you can open up your feet, let your feet air out while you're backstage. So this is a convertible tight. We'll be moving towards those for all of our styles, except for tumbling, which will be in the nude. Okay, yeah, now's a good time for questions about anything I've covered. Jessica, you had one.
For boys tumbling, is it still just shorts, t-shirts type thing?
Yes, thank you. Sorry, I always forget to talk about boys. Boys matter too, I'm so sorry. Yes, for your boys, they have a short and a t-shirt that we provide for them, so they don't really need to bring anything else. Unless they're in like tap or ballet or Irish, they do need their proper shoes. But yeah, we provide 100% of the boys' costume, and then we'll provide a leotard and or shorts if they need those for the ladies, and anything else, cool, fun stuff on top of that. Yeah? Yes, excellent question. So we will start selling tickets at week 6 if you have done your volunteering, and we'll come back to that in a minute, but you'll buy them at the front table. They will not be on the studio store at all this semester. They'll only be at the front table. And you can pay with card or cash there. Yeah, thank you for asking. There was another question? Yeah.
For the littles who are 10 and under for doing tumbling, is it the knee tights for the...
They don't need any tights for tumbling. Yeah, if they're just in tumbling, they'll just need their leotards and their shorts. If they're in multiple styles within the same show, it's fine for them to wear their tights on stage. That's why we want to have the convertibles so we can roll them up. Yeah. Any other questions about performance stuff? Okay, cool. We'll keep moving. Great, thank you. All right, so volunteering, everybody's favorite word. It's my favorite word. This is how Haven happens. It's really the only way we keep us doing what we're doing. So you all signed this waiver. If we signed you up at the front desk over here, you will need to go on and sign this waiver. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a chance to read it. Basically, we just ask that every family does one of 2 things. Put in 2 hours of volunteer time or donates $25. And this actually evens out really nicely because last semester I had to hire almost 100% of my backstage help. I had to hire all of our childcare and all of our security. And I had exactly the right amount of money because of the volunteer donations. So to me, that works out. That's okay. So don't feel like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm only giving you the money. It helped. It did. It made it so that we had the positions filled, and I was able to hire really high quality people for those positions, so it worked out. So you just need to choose one of those 2 areas that you want to do, and if you do not do either of them, after the performance, we will charge your account $25. Because if it's required, it needs to be required for everybody. It needs to be fair. We all need to do the same thing. So we're gonna add that. Now, please don't make me do that though, because that is extra work that I don't wanna do. So if you're gonna donate, go and just do it. That would be amazing. You can do that today, and I'll show you how later if you're not sure. So let's talk about some volunteer opportunities. The front door is one of our main areas. We are hiring security, professional security this semester. So our front door is kind of transitioning more into a greeter position. So on that note, we're only gonna be doing that in Pueblo West for the first month. So if this is the role that you love and want to do, you better sign up right away because we're only going to be using you for a month. You're going to have a map, a list of the classes so that when people walk in and say, hey, I'm here for ballet, you can find out where they go, help them find their place because the front table gets really backlogged in that first month. So you'll be kind of like a tour guide that first month, but we'll give you all the information. You don't have to know it already. Okay, so that's the front door. And then setup. This is a huge role that we need at all of our locations. We have to transition these churches 100% into dance studio spaces. And so when you sign up for a setup, you need to make sure that you can be there before classes. So this is perfect if you're like a morning person on a Friday or Saturday, or if you have an early class with us on Monday or Tuesday. And you'll sign up for a 4-week shift because it's a 30-minute slot. So that's how you get your 2 hours. It doesn't take long if we have a couple helpers. We move chairs, tables, we set up, we're done. Same thing for cleanup, that's at the end. So I put the times there so you know about when we need you, so that you can plan for that. Those are super important shifts. They make our teachers' lives much better if we save our teachers from having to do that. You have happier teachers in the classroom because they're not tired. So that's a win-win. Let's keep going. Okay, so we are doing chocolate this semester. So if anybody wants to help with transporting chocolate back and forth in your vehicle, again, that would have to be at the very beginning or the very end of a day, so you can let me know about that. And then floor installation. I'm super excited to talk to you guys about this because it's my first parent meeting to whom this really applies. So as a dancer, we get a lot of wear and tear in our bodies, and the biggest issue is impact, which I'm sure you all understand. You've probably all done some kind of athletics, and generally you have a tennis shoe that's absorbing a lot of that impact, those like highly developed shoes. Well, as dancers, we have nothing. We have us and a small piece of leather and then the floor. And so it's really hard on our bodies. And when you're dancing once or twice a week, taking a few classes, really not a big deal. But I've got dancers now dancing at a very high level, 4 days a week, hours on end, and it's gonna start damaging their bodies. And so I need to protect their bodies and do what needs to be done. So we have decided to invest in some raised flooring, but because I don't own my own studio, it has to be a temporary solution. So let me show you what I've decided. I'm gonna pop up here so you guys can see me. So a floating floor ideally has 2 pieces. It has a foam. So we're buying these. In fact, I'm about to have 12 boxes of these delivered here today, so you might see those walking in at some point. These go down like a puzzle piece, super easy. We already use these in some of our classes. That's our piece of foam. And then we're going to build on top of that a hard floor. So it has a hard surface, but it also has some air behind it. So all of those air pockets and this cushion will absorb all of the impact. Whereas right now we're dancing literally on top of concrete. This is concrete and then carpet. So you can imagine how good that feels on our bodies. So I'm already feeling it from this summer. We danced quite a bit this summer on really hard floors. I'm feeling it. So I know that my dancers are gonna start feeling it as well. This is how you develop shin splints, knee injuries, those kinds of things. I actually developed shin splints as an 18-year-old, basically ended my dance career. And so I take this really seriously. So why do I say all that? Because I need help. You can imagine this is not gonna go down in 5 minutes. This is gonna be it's gonna be a process. However, my understanding is from other people who've done similarly, if we have like 3 or 4 people, it can happen in 30 minutes. So it's not obscene, it is doable. But I need a team to do it, and what I need more than anything else is I need a couple of you who will own this. And you will say, this is my role, this is how I'm gonna take care of Haven, I'm gonna be there every week, I'm gonna know how it goes down, I'm gonna make sure it gets done right. So if you're interested in owning that and being the person who's in charge of that, you are welcome to let me know. And then I'm also gonna need people who would say, hey, I'll come a couple weeks, I can do that, but maybe aren't there every week. So I'll take both. We have some options for when we can do that here. We can do it Thursday night when they're done with their activities, so that'd be at 8:15, or we can do it Friday morning, depending on when people wanna help out. I think this is a really great role though for maybe some partners who haven't been able to help out with Haven. They could come over after the kids are asleep, come help lay down the floor. Women can do this. It's not that we can't. I just love to give opportunities for the men in our lives to be able to help out as well. But yeah, women can do it too. They're not that heavy. And then Friday evening, we'll have to pick it all back up, put it back into our little closet, and then we'll have to do it on Saturdays as well. So if you're one of my Sunrise families, we are gonna have a room that has this flooring as well. I'm doing one room in both facilities, and I put all of my most advanced classes, my dancers who are on their feet all day, long periods, into those classes to protect them. We may at some point need to add more floors, which is crazy, but it's gonna be okay. But it's really important to me that I protect your dancers and that I give them a really positive experience, even without all the bells and whistles of our own studio. So that's why I'm doing this. The good news is that you guys sold enough chocolate last year that we can do this. You can imagine this is an insanely expensive expense, and we were able to operate without using all the chocolate money last year because of you all, and we're able to use it now. So I think that's really awesome that we worked so hard to do that, so that now I can do what I need to do to protect our dancers. So good job to all of you who sold chocolate. Yay. And sell lots of chocolate this year because, like I said, I probably am gonna have to start doing more rooms in more facilities just so that the dancers are all safe. Okay, so that was a lot, but I wanted you guys to understand why we're doing that. These are some volunteering opportunities at the performance, childcare backstage, costume assistants, door monitors, and ushers. So if you cannot help at all during the semester, but that weekend you could spare a couple hours, we will take you. Those are great opportunities for you. And then if you have like a special skill, something you're really good at, maybe Haven could take advantage of, please let me know. That is not the same as putting in your volunteer hours necessarily, because sometimes I don't need your special skill that semester, but I always love to know who's good at these things that we might need help with. So you can let me know, and if I call on you, great. I usually am able to remember to tell our volunteer coordinator that you did your time, but if I forget, that's my fault. Don't get upset at her, it's my fault. And you can inform her if she asks you that you did stuff for me. But if I don't need you, then you will still need to sign up for something else. So, does that make sense? Okay, cool. I think that's all. Okay, that's all about volunteering. So, you should have a little piece of paper next to you or around you, and I know some people in the back you don't. So, there's some more up here. If you have an extra around you, would you wave it? Everybody needs one of these. And we had extras. Jody, what did we do with those extras? Jody's got extras. Oh, here's the volunteer lady right there. Everybody, this is Amy Joy. She's our volunteer coordinator. All right, so yeah, I think everybody in the back doesn't have those. All right, I want everybody to, I have an extra pen too. I want everybody to fill this out. This is just you saying, hey, I think this is what I could do. This is not actually you signing up. This is not your promise to anything. It's just so that we kind of know who's planning on doing what we can expect. You can tell me if you have those special skills, if you want to help with the floor install, if you want to help with chocolate, you could write that down on there. So there's a copy for you and a copy for me. And at the end of our meeting, you will turn that back in. I don't have any more. Do we have any more extras? Anybody have any extras sitting around them? Amy Joy, Kate made it, so you can have her send it to CL and CL can print some more. But I don't have it. Yes? No, you don't need to fill it out. Yeah. Do you need one? Or do you have a question? Okay. Okay, we'll print some more. You're going to turn those in at the end, so we'll print some more. I apologize. This is exciting. There's so many of you. Wonderful. All right, that was a lot of business. That was a lot of like the stuff, but it's what makes it happen. It really is. Oh, do you have a question? Yes, sorry, go ahead. Yes, ma'am. Yes, being a class parent or a front table, if you were asked for one of those roles, that is your volunteering. Yes, thank you. Any other questions about volunteering? When you volunteer, you're gonna go to our front table. There'll be all these beautiful pieces of paper, and you'll write your name down for the shift that you want. Please write that into your calendar. We will not remind you. You just need to remember. And then when you show up for the day of your shift, you'll sign in next to it, hey, I was here. And then when you're done, just have the front table initial, we saw you, you were there. That's it, you're done. And then all of that goes to Amy Joy, she checks you off. If you have done your volunteering, you can buy your tickets. So if you're, say, volunteering week 8 and 9, but you wanna buy your tickets at week 6, you've already signed up, you can buy your tickets and we will reserve them for you. We'll put them in a little box. They will not be given to anybody else. They will have your name on them. And then when you've done your volunteering, you just come right back to the front table, we give them to you, done. Okay, also when you volunteer, you will get your 2 complimentary tickets. Every family gets 2 complimentary tickets when you volunteer. You do have to show up and pick those up. We will not just automatically know what show you want to go to. So you have to come to the front table, you'll say, hey, my name is this, I've already volunteered. We'll check you, make sure you're on our list. We'll give you your complimentary tickets. That's it. If you do not volunteer, you will pick up your tickets. You will buy your tickets at the door. So we're not going to sell any tickets unless you've done your volunteering until the day of the show. Okay, so most of you volunteer. Probably won't be a problem for anybody in here, but we're just trying to mean what we say. If this is required, if this is something we want everybody to do, then it needs to matter. It matters to us because we cannot do this without you. We literally can't. It just doesn't function. Those of you who volunteer, you know. You see me running around like a crazy person asking you for help, you know. It's a lot, and you guys are the reason we can do it. So yeah, that's how volunteering works here at Haven. Yes?
Does that go the same with donating? If you donate, then you can...
Yes, once you donate, Amy Joy knows that. She checks you off, you're ready to go. Yep, and you get your comps. It's exactly the same. Okay. Yep. Was there another question?
That was my question.
Okay, great. Yeah, thanks for asking that. Anybody else? Okay, cool. All right, let's talk about some fun stuff. That was all the work. Let's talk about fun stuff. Pool party is this Sunday. I hope you're all coming. I hope the weather's good. Send up lots of prayers. 6 to 9, you're all invited. It's at the Pueblo Athletic Club. All you need to do is just bring a snack to share. Come hang out. I know it's a school night. It's the only night I could get. I'm sorry, but at least come from 6 to 7 if you can't stay longer. We had a great time last year, even though we got totally rained out. We still had a blast, so I hope you all can come. Bring a Friend Week is September 9th through 14th. We have these adorable little invite cards that one of our moms made for us. This is volunteering at its finest. She did something that I could never do. You can pick these up at the front table at any time, and you can write in the time of your child's class and hand it to their parent. So it's a really nice way to invite somebody. When you come to class, make sure you turn one of these in with their contact information to the front table so that I can follow up, find out if they had a good time, see if they want to register. If they register, you get a $5 credit on your account. So you bring us a student, we give you $5. You can bring as many as you want, and you really can bring a friend any week. Everybody can try a class out for free, that's always fine. But this is kind of our big push week is that week. So you can throw that into your calendar, it's week 3. All right, these are the tuition due dates. You've already paid your first tuition, so you don't have anything due until September 21st. I will post tuition the week before that, so you'll look and you'll see, oh, I owe money. If you're gonna bring cash, you have that week to pay for it, okay? So I give you enough time to pay for it. If you're gonna be on auto pay and your card is accurate, it didn't get stolen or expire or any of that kind of stuff, you'll be fine. We'll run auto pay on these dates. If auto pay fails, you will get an email. You need to go on and you need to manually pay that then. I cannot run auto pay again on your card. You have to manually pay it. Even if you update your auto pay card, you need to manually pay it. Or come and bring cash. We are gonna put late fees on tuition that is not paid on time this semester. Okay, so I'm giving you these dates. I don't wanna charge anybody, but it does really matter because I have to pay my teachers. And if we don't pay for classes, I can't pay my teachers. So that makes sense, right? So those are the due dates. The November 23rd is only gonna be for people who have outstanding balances or who I had to charge the $25 donation fee. So if you've paid all your stuff, that will not apply to you. That's only for things afterwards. I'm just putting it out there so that I'm being upfront that I will run auto pay on anything left on your accounts at that point. Okay. Let's talk about chocolate. Let me go to that first. So we're gonna sell chocolate. I already mentioned we sold a ton of chocolate last semester, and it has helped us so much. It's how we pay for our scholarships. We scholarship a lot of students. The chocolate looks different this year. You'll notice it's skinnier. It's different. So these are $2 bars because they're bigger and better. Right? So I forgot. Well, here. I have one of the old bars too. So we sold $1 bars last time, and this is a $2 bar, so you can see they're bigger. They're a lot fatter. All right. My understanding is these actually sell even easier than these do, so that'll be fun. But please make sure you're selling them for $2. You'll still be bringing $60 back, just like you did last year with the $1 bars, but now you only have to sell 30 of them. So we ask that every student sells at least a box. This is this is our biggest fundraiser by far, and you can sell as many as you want. Today you can check out 2 boxes, and you can start turning in your envelopes whenever you want. So what you're gonna do when you get your box, just throwing chocolate here, is it has this cool little label that has your number on it. It also has a place for you to write your child's name in case we find this left somewhere, we know who it belongs to. When you open your box, first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna write that number on this envelope. And you might also wanna take a picture. Any envelope turned in without a number will not be attributed to your student. I spent so many hours last year tracking down unnumbered envelopes and I can't. So they just go towards Haven. So I want you to get credit for your envelope, so please make sure your number's on there. I don't need your name, I don't need your kid's name, I literally just need their number. That's all I need. So when you check these out, you're gonna fill out a Google form. It's really easy, it's just a couple names, it's your number. You'll need to fill out a Google form for each box you take. So don't add several numbers because it doesn't track right. So each one is a Google form. And you can do that at our table as soon as we release you here. If you sell 10 or more of these, you will win a prize. Who wants to know what the prize is? Yeah, because I want to tell you. It's a water bottle with our logo and their name. We have it in pink and blue. I went ahead and got mine put on there. But it's super cute. So I'm going to pass this around actually because it's like engraved. So it's like never going anywhere. So pass that around, ooh and ah over it. I'm very excited about that. So $10, it's one of those stainless steel, like stays really cold. Nice water bottle. 10 boxes earns you a water bottle. Oh, on this box, it also tells you the due date, which is super nice. Everything has to be turned in by November 4th. If you want credit for your boxes, if you're trying to enter into the contest, you must have it all turned in by the 4th. So that gives us enough time to get it all checked in before the performance so we can announce all our winners. So I wanted to honor last year's top winners, who they are. These are they were all ladies last year. It doesn't only have to be ladies, but these are the ladies who sold the most in each level. So the dancer who sells the most chocolate in each level will win either dinner with the teacher of their choice or a private lesson with the teacher of their choice. I got the privilege of doing both dinner and a private lesson with a teacher or with a student last semester. It was really special, really, really fun. I think everybody enjoyed it. So we're gonna do that again because it was really fun. So there will be 5 levels this semester, so 5 different winners. So I think the minimum sold by each of these students was 15 boxes, if that gives you kind of like a list. And we're not gonna say how much Annabella sold because it was a lot. That girl sold a lot of chocolate. So whatever you sell helps. If you're competitive and you wanna go for it and win one of the contests, go for it. If you just wanna sell a box and say you're done, fine. Either one works for us, so you choose. We love everybody who plays, who competes with us. It's super fun. I wanted to let you know really quick. Hang on, first of all, last time, $2 bars. Everybody say $2 bars. $2 bars. Okay, just don't want that to be confusing. I have a few of these left from last year. These are solid almond or solid caramel boxes. These are the $1 bars. I'm not gonna check these out, but if you have somebody in your life who loves the almond or the caramel and they want an entire box of it, it's still good. Trust me, we've tried it recently. You will need to check that out from me specifically. Send me a message and I'll bring it to you. You have to prepay for it because I'm not gonna put this through the same process as our other ones, but I do have these. So if you want one, it will still go towards your 10 boxes, but I just won't check them out the same way. Does that make sense? So you bring me 60 bucks, I'll hand you this, and I'll check in, you've already sold a box. Speaking of which, apparently some parents have realized that it's much easier to just take the box, immediately put the box number and 60 bucks in it and give that back to us, and then go sell their box, rather than sell their box, then bring the money in. I know that's not gonna be an option for all of you, but if you want to, that's fine. I don't care. If you wanna write a check, you can write a check, Haven School of Dance, stick it in there, give us the box, give us the envelope. I don't care when you turn it in. But if that's something you wanna do, I never even thought of doing it that way. So I thought that's yeah, it was unique, yeah. No. Oh, for these?
Yeah, like if we just want to pay 60.
No, we don't. Because, yeah, it makes our accounting real funky. Oh, I thank you for bringing that up. So it is just check or cash. However, if somebody wants to Venmo you, because that happens a lot, my kids like to go sell at CSUP, right outside their the OUC where they eat. It's a really good place to sell. Those kids love chocolate, but none of them have cash. So what we do is I just let them Venmo me, and then I put cash in the box. So that works too, or Cash App, that's like the new big thing. So that's fine, as long as $60 comes back in the envelope, whatever. But I can't take Venmo for it. Okay. Sorry, my notes went away. Okay, they're there. No, that was scary. Okay. Any other questions about chocolate? I think. So these are some really great places to sell. My kids love to sell in Walmart or King Soopers while we're shopping. Lowe's. I don't think I wrote that down, but that's a really good one too. So if anybody wants to do like what the Girl Scouts do and sell in front of Walmart for like a full day, you could probably sell all 10 of your boxes in one day. You just need to call management. I'm not going to set it up, but we've done it in the past and it's super effective, especially if you have a family you do it with, one of you at one entrance, one of you at the other. You can sell a lot. If you want to do that, let us know. We'll let you check out extra chocolate. Just make sure you take it in a cooler. Don't leave your chocolate in a hot car. It gets very sad. Very sad. All right, let's move on. Let me just check, make sure I'm saying all the things I'm supposed to say. All right, I missed something with volunteering. So we have a new program that we're doing for volunteering. It's called the Keeper Program, and some of you are going to start hearing about that. And it's basically, there's some of you here at Haven that you carry way more of the load than you have to. But you do it because you love Haven, and we love Haven because of that. We love you because of that. Sorry. It's really amazing to have some families that we do. They spend many hours making Haven happen, and we wanted to give them a little bit more recognition and a little bit more love. So if you're like sitting here going, man, I could be part of this. I could be a big part of making this happen. We have some openings in that program for some big needs that just require a little bit of extra commitment. You can come and talk to me about those, or you can write it on your volunteer sheet. That's called the Keeper Program. And then on a sad note, I just wanted to communicate that we do have to make decisions based on how volunteering works. So with everybody volunteering, everything works really smoothly. We did not have great volunteering this summer, and I don't mean to make anybody feel bad because I see a lot of you who are summer people who did a lot of volunteering. But we didn't have enough, and so we actually had to cancel our Chili Frijoles Festival performance because we just didn't have the manpower to pull it off. And that was really a bummer and kind of like a startling moment for me as a director. I've never had to do that, but I'm not willing to burn out my teachers just to make things happen. We have to have enough volunteering to make those things happen. So I will go out there and I will find performance opportunities for us. I will do all the big fun things if you guys come alongside and make them happen. But if it's not worth it, if we don't want to, then we won't. So it has to go, like if we're a team, we can make that happen. I have to have you guys with me. So I just thought I'd share that, just so I'm being honest, like I mean what I say. We really do need you. Okay. I'm gonna leave this up so you can be reading it, but I'm gonna talk about a few things, and then my parents who've been with me for a long time, I'm almost done with you. All right, if you are gonna be in the parade, that starts tomorrow. The State Fair Parade is tomorrow. Make sure you've signed up. You're on the chat so you see all the information. Fiesta Day is next Sunday. If you're just joining us, you can still be in the parades. Go onto your app, sign up for the class. You need to bring either candy or water or help. We will need more help next week setting up a different float for Fiesta and then cleaning it up afterwards. Those are still some big needs that we will need. If you want to dance, so if your kid is back there learning the dance, they must wear a Haven shirt. That is our uniform. If you don't have one, order it today. We will pull it and have it for you tomorrow, but do not wait till the last minute, please, because I have to go get it. So get that done right away. If they want to dance, they have to be wearing one of these. If they're on the float, or if they just want to walk, if they could just wear our colors, that'd be great. What are our colors? Anybody know? Blue, pink, and we got two more. White and black. Easy peasy. You probably have something like that. Just wear any color like solid bottoms, black, denim, that kind of thing. That's fine. Yep. Yeah, Haven shirt is a Haven shirt. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, any other questions about anything we've talked about so far? Okay, who wants to know what our theme is? I was gonna say, like, this is the coolest part. Okay, I'm really excited about this one. I think I'm always excited, but so our name for our performance is Shine, And our theme is about light. It's about being light for other people. It's about finding the light. It's about how we all shine from the inside. The songs our teachers have chosen, they're beautiful. They're so uplifting and positive. I'm really excited about this performance. I think it's going to be beautiful. And I think it's going to be a really lovely session, encouraging your children, you as adults who dance with us, to just be everything that you can and shine from the inside. So I'm super excited. I think it's going to be really beautiful, really fun. All right, we're going to take like a 5-minute intermission. I'm going to have my parents. Oh, no, wait, sorry. I keep forgetting to say this. New this semester, you have to check your child in on the app at class. This is the newest thing that we're doing. I'm going to skip ahead in everybody just hold for a second. This is going to look ugly. I'm just going to skip ahead really quick so I can show everybody this because I didn't think about doing this differently. Okay, when you open up your app, it looks like this. Okay, I enrolled my child in a free trial so I could show you this. You'll click on that and then it'll pop up to this. You can only do this the day of class. So you can't check your kid in on Thursday for a Friday class, but Friday you check them in. You click that little check button. One thing that's super cool, if you have several kids you're checking in, you click on one, it'll bring all of them up and you can check them all in at one fell swoop. It's super easy. You'll go to this page. If somebody's not there that day, you just uncheck them and then it'll show all the classes that they're supposed to be there for. In case they can't stay for one class, you can uncheck that and then you can submit it. This is very, very important for several reasons. One, attendance is very important for us here at Haven. My teachers are required to put in their attendance, and that takes time out of class. You do this for us, they get more time teaching, okay? So we'll have you do this. Second thing is at the performances. You are gonna check your child in at the performance just like it's a class. And the reason we're gonna do that is because last semester, we had several students that did not end up on stage, and we could not figure out why. And I'm not doing that again. That was awful. That is the last thing I want. It was traumatic to everybody. So you're gonna check your child in so that I know in my Friday Tumbling 2 class, there are 8 children checked in. I will count them. Are there 8 children in line to go on stage? If not, hold the phone, we're finding the 8th child. Does that make sense? So that's why we're gonna practice this all semester long. So when you get to the show, you're like, oh yeah, I know how to do that. Click, we're all here. Then I know who's there, because I can't just look at an attendance sheet because people don't show up for the performances for various reasons. So I need to know who's actually there. So if you check your child in for the performance, we will do our 100% best to get them onto stage. If you don't, I cannot promise that. So that's why I really want you to be practicing this all semester. Does that make sense? Okay, I think it's gonna make everything better. We did it this summer. It was pretty easy. Nobody seemed to hate it. It wasn't a big deal, but it is new. So I wanted to make sure and share that with you. Yeah. Yes. A whole day, all at once. Yep. Yep. Once it's a day of, you can. And there's a way to tell me your child's not going to be there. You'll go to attendance under more. And then you can do the same thing. You can click on there and it'll say like who's not coming. So if your kid's sick or whatever, you do that. It saves the teacher an extra step in class. And then you don't even really need to put it in the chat. The teacher will know, hey, they're not there. If we're sizing leotards, you might want to put it in the chat so your class parent knows. But otherwise, your teacher will see that when they take attendance and they'll know, oh, they're not there, perfect. They're sick or on vacation or whatever. You have a question?
You mentioned class chat, because every class has its own chat. Whose job is it to set up that class chat at the beginning of the class? Because I was a class parent and there was a class last session that never had a class chat. I didn't know if it was my job to start that.
It's the teacher's job.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, and occasionally a teacher forgets.
Okay.
And I have to remind them. But also occasionally things get lost. Some of our teachers, like Victoria, teach like 20 classes. Like it's crazy because most of our classes are pretty short, 30-minute classes. That girl teaches a lot. So it happens, but if you ever don't have a class chat, let us know. That's our bad. We'll make sure it happens. The teacher or I are the only ones who can start a class chat.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for asking that. And if you don't know what we're talking about, I'm going to walk you through that in just a minute. Any other questions before I let my regulars go? Okay, so when you leave, I'm going to have you, like I said, 5-minute intermission, 2-minute intermission. Bring me your volunteer sheet. If you want one, I will say thank you by giving you a free entrance to the Just Between Friends sale that is happening this weekend. I think it's happening now. No, Saturday and Sunday. I have some of these until they run out. So if you're new, I want you to stay. Or if you have not been to a meeting before, please stay. Anyways, welcome to stay. If you're leaving, you're gonna hand me your volunteer sheet. You're gonna sign yourself in, highlight your name on the sheets back there. You're gonna check out your chocolate. You're gonna eat a cookie. You can shop on Poor Attire. If you have an order that you've ordered before today, you can pick it up. And then over on this glass sheet, there's some extra flyers from our summer business sponsors. Take any or all of that helps you. That is all for you to have. I think that's everything I need to say. I will see you all soon, either tomorrow at the parade, Sunday at the pool party, Monday in class. All right, come bring your volunteer form. And if you're new, go ahead and just move further forward so I can stop yelling, because I forgot to get a mic and my voice hurts. Would you like one of these? I bought a ticket. Would you like one? Okay, thank you. Would you like one? Sweet. Would you like one? Okay, thank you. Okay, cool. Okay. Would you like one of these? Okay. Yes, for the Just Between Friends sale. Did you get asked to be last night, right? You're just now asking. Would you like one of these? Thank you. Oh wait, we may need another roll this time. I don't know. We're asking you at the very last minute. So, yeah. Do you want one of these? Which teacher? The summer? During the summer? You can always check your kid in, because we have to take attendance with anybody who doesn't get checked in, but you can always check them in.
No, I don't have one for you yet. I had to go confirm with Amy
Oh,
Joy that
you're
she
good.
still needs me to be a class parent.
Yes.
Then I will.
That's perfect, perfect. Would you like one of these? No? Thank you, thank you. Yeah, here, I'm gonna give you.
Can her friend come in the morning and just the parade and walk with us?
It gets kind of complicated, to be honest. We had people do that last time and they didn't know the dance, they didn't have the shirt.
Oh no, like to walk with, like not do
Yeah,
My mom's in a playground.
I'm okay with that if they understand. Oh, thank you. That she won't be able to be right next to January if January's dancing.
I will see, because
Okay, yeah. It hurt. I think it got some hurt feelings last time because I was like, you can't, you're not dancing. You can't stand there.
I
We have
think
to
it'd
dance.
be more Jean.
Okay,
that would
you
set
get
me-
it.
Fiesta Date's great. I plan on having help, so what time do I need to be there?
We'll reach out in a chat.
Okay, great.
Yeah, because I don't even, I'm actually not in charge of it, so I don't.
Oh,
I know, I delegated that. Would you like one of
thank
these?
you.
Thank you.
okay, let's go.
Okay, so on the volunteer, I put front door, I just put the first 4 weeks, is it like 30, I don't know the days.
So the front doors are an hour shift, so you'll just sign up. You can already sign up for the first week, so you don't have to do 4. You will. Sorry, don't have. No, that's fine. It's not good anymore. But yeah, you'll sign up for real on that side. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna borrow this.
Yeah,
Because people wanna make, I was just gonna write it down.
Okay, yeah. Some of these had the other side too. Okay. Okay, cool. Quick.
This is mine.
So I'm gonna ask about the hat, but I didn't understand if you must be a second to volunteer because in the very beginning.
That's how we make it.
That's all?
Yeah,
And then I could get my.
Once you turn in your sizes, it'll check you out. You just go on. But that's how we make it show. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I went ahead and I don't even ask all the
Yeah, I mean, you're always welcome.
well, from 1 to 3 on Fridays. Just I know it's just possible, so just go up there and do it.
I don't think there's September out yet, so yeah.
Wait, okay. I'm already signed up, but.
Yes.
Question about the 4 and 5 party, is that's,
Yes, it's just right over there.
okay, cool, cause I must have missed the email since you got put in it late.
Oh, yeah, you probably did. Yeah, 1 to 3, just right over there.
Okay, perfect.
Is this an extra one of those sheets? All right. Okay, families, let me get through this real quick for you. I don't have very much. I just want to help you understand how to use the app is the main thing. So the Dance Studio Pro app, I left these out there on these tables. You need one of these. This helps you understand all of our communication. Did you have one? Do you have one? Okay. So, you can put a little stats and just add them. a white X on it, that is the one you want. There are a couple options to make sure you pick the blue one. Okay, download the Dance Studio Pro app, and I'm going to show you how to use it. So let me just get back to the top of my little thing here. Okay. So when you open your app, it's going to look like this. And it'll have your schedule for the week. So yours probably doesn't show anything right now because classes start next week, but Monday, all of a sudden it'll look all amazing and beautiful. So this is how you check your child in, but I already showed you how to do that, so that's pretty easy. Did anybody have any questions about that? You feel okay? Yeah? Yep, that's it. Blue with the white X on it. Okay, so that's what you'll do there. Then the next thing you're gonna want to know how to do, we already went through all this. Let's skip that. Sorry, it's moving kind of slow. The next thing you're going to want to know how to do is use the chat. So the chat is how, come on, sorry guys, is how we communicate more than anything else is through the chat. This allows us to communicate with an entire class at once without having to do like texting. So when you click chat at the bottom, it's going to look like this. It'll look like there's nothing there. That's a lie. Click those 3 lines at the top, and then all of a sudden it'll start looking something more like this. Like this. Okay, so this is my chat this morning. There's several different chats on there, and your little paper explains that. So the season chat, that's going to be orange. That is for information coming to you only. Please do not ask questions in that chat. Please do not make comments because it goes to 300 other people and it gets a little crazy when all 300 people start having a conversation in there. So we try to keep that only for information coming from us. So I only send information in there that everybody needs to know. So it's a very important chat to check, but don't ask questions there. So just, yeah. And then you'll have a class chat. That's what Melissa was asking about. So you should already have one of these. If you haven't seen it yet, there's already a conversation happening. Your teacher has probably introduced themselves. And this is your best friend. You can ask questions. You can share photos, links to videos. You can't put videos in it. It has a very small upload amount. But if you like have it on Google Photos or on YouTube or something, you can share links. If you like record the class or the dance or whatever. So the class chat, use as you need, ask questions freely. And then you also can send a direct chat. So you're gonna wanna click on that little quotation mark at the top, and then it'll bring you back to this screen, and you can type a name in. So you will only be able to message your child's teacher, or me, or Haven admin. So you have just like a general question that probably your teacher doesn't know. You can send it to Haven admin, and I have a team who checks those to respond to those with information. And then if you have something personal like, my kid hates their class, what do I do? Send that to me, and I'll help you figure that out. Hopefully that doesn't happen. It very rarely happens, but things happen. So my name is Megan Gordon. When you type that in, just select the top Megan Gordon. I have many of me on there, and just send it to me. Excuse me. Okay, that's the chat. If we have already been communicating other ways like Messenger or text or whatever, we need to transfer all that communication into the chat now, because that's going to be the easiest way for us to keep it all straight and for me to not lose track of our communication. So we'll use that chat quite a bit. And you can use it in between sessions as well. So it's always there. All right, there's a lot of other cool stuff on your app. If you click more at the bottom, those little 3 lines, it's going to bring up all these other options. So this is how you'll register for classes next time, is directly from the app. You don't have to go through the website anymore. So it's super easy. It's saved all your information. You can go through the website. I don't care. Some people probably like it better on a computer, but if you just want to register while you're waiting in line, go for that. Okay. One of the things you can select under more is the Studio Store. This is where you'll pay your volunteer donation if you'd like. It's also where you will shop for all of your merchandise, anything you want from Haven. So we've got the t-shirts, we have the tights, we have all the shoes you could possibly need. We have cool stuff like hoodies and duffel bags with our logo on them. If I do it right, stuff like that. When you order stuff on the app, we will pull it and then we'll bring it and it'll be waiting for you with your name on it at the front table. It sometimes takes a week turnaround just depending on when you ordered it. So Excuse me. Just be patient, but it will show up. If it's been like 2 weeks and your stuff's not showing up, send us a message. Maybe something got missed. But we've actually done really well this last semester with getting all of our orders out really quickly. We do get a lot though, so let us know if we missed something. It's not a big deal. If you do decide to volunteer, it makes it a lot easier for us if you do that just by itself, not also with your shoes and your stuff. So just do that all by itself and send it through. That's why it says, please process as standalone. Okay, that is the merch. Once you get your child's shoe and you pick them up at the front table, or if you already bought their shoes, please write their name on the inside of the shoe. It makes it so much easier for us to know who left their shoe behind. Also, unless you get the cool little logoed water bottle with your name on it, if you can write their name on the bottom of the water bottle, that would be great too. We always have 1 million of these left at the end of the semester and we don't know who they belong to. The lost and found here is straight out these doors and to the left, like past the glass doors and to the left. So if you lose something or just periodically, you should probably go check because there's a lot of stuff up there. All right, what else do I need to tell you? DSP app, merch. Thank you, I appreciate that. Okay, news and notes. This is another really important thing for you to have on your app. We share information. This is where you'll find out your class parent's name. We'll share what performance you're gonna be in. So make sure you check that frequently and you'll get an email. If we add one, it'll say you have a message from whatever. That's the news and notes. That's not a chat. You don't get emails for those, I don't think. I don't know. It'll look like this. That is the message. A lot of times people want to click it and get into something else. There's nothing to click. It just is exactly what you see there. That's all there is. But then if you click email history next to it, it'll show you every email or text that we have sent you. So this is not a good place to read those emails because it looks like this. And it's this much, it's tiny. But it will show you, oh, I never saw that email. And you can go to your email and figure out what happened. It went to spam or you accidentally deleted it. The registration email you got has massive amounts of information. It's super long because I really don't want you guys to feel lost. And being a dance parent can be a huge learning curve, but I don't want that for you. I want you to feel comfortable, to know what's expected of you, to feel like you know what's going on. And so I try to share information. It may feel like a lot. My emails tend to be few, but very long, so that you're not getting blown up every week or every 2 days, but there's a lot of information on there, and if you don't read it, you will feel lost. 99% of the questions I'm asked were answered in an email or a chat. So if you keep in that information coming in, you'll feel good. You'll know what's going on. There's very rarely a question asked that I was like, oh, I didn't think about. Usually it's out there, so I want you guys to know. I don't want you to feel lost or confused. That doesn't help anybody. So just make sure you keep an eye out for those emails. They often go to spam because it's a do not reply email address. And so it's often going straight to spam. But the email address is on the bottom. It's on here. So you can look by that email address to figure out where those emails went. And then I also put our phone number on there. This is a little bit more for like emergencies, like, hey, I can't show up to volunteer today, or we were on our way to the performance and we got a flat tire, that kind of thing. This will get you a more quicker response than the chat will for those kinds of things. Okay. We're almost done. I know the little ones are tired. All right, we have the Encore Tire, which I mentioned. That's our youth store. You can go shop that today. This is the only day it will be open until next semester. You are welcome to bring anything your child outgrows. We put it in there. All the money we make off of that just goes towards buying more Encore Tire stuff. So we bought a huge box of new clearance leotards this semester. I'm really happy. There's a ton of Leos over there, so you can shop those. Because I know it's hard to find dance wear here in Pueblo.
Does it matter if the leotard has a skirt on?
We do not care. Nope. Nope. For the performance, we'll give you the exact leotard you'll borrow from us. So what they bring to class, those skirts are so cute. I love that. All right, you are, as a parent, invited to watch your child's class, and if you have a kid under the age of 10, you do have to stay here. You can be volunteering, but you do need to be on campus. That is just for their safety. If you're gonna be volunteering while your child's in class, just pop in and tell the teacher, hey, I'm doing the front door right now. That's where I'll be if you need me. Just that way, in case your child has a meltdown or something happens, we know where you are. And then you need to make sure and accompany your child from class to class. We can't have kids just running around crazy. If you have a 10 and up child that can safely get themselves from class to class, that's fine. They need to make sure and stay in the areas of the building that we use. So for example, here at Majestic, we do not use this bottom hallway at all. We don't use any of those rooms, so we should not have any kids going there. There is an elevator right there, so you can use the elevator, but it's not safe for the kids to be back here because there's nobody back here. So we don't want kids alone back here. That's just a huge risk for us, so don't do that. Please make sure you care for the churches. If you have trash, pick it up. If your kid is eating, they cannot eat in this room. We're also not supposed to be drinking any beverages other than water in this room. The church has asked us to respect that because they just had their carpets clean. They're trying to keep it nice, which I understand. We're going to respect that because they let us use this building. It's very generous. So we don't eat or drink in this room. Pretty sure we can eat or drink anywhere else. But just make sure if you make a mess, just cleaned up. No big deal. Accompany your children to the bathroom, please. Sometimes weird things happen in the bathroom because kids are not attended, so go with your kids. When you're waiting for your class time, our classes all run back to back for the most part. Please wait outside the door. Don't enter while the class is happening. That's super distracting. So just wait outside the class door, then go in as soon as that transition happens. We turn over those rooms really quick. Make sure you come early enough that you can get your kid's shoe on, go to the bathroom, say hi to friends before class. If you show up at 10 a.m. for a 10 a.m. class, you will be a couple minutes late. And we start class as quickly as we can, and we fill that class beginning to end solid with stuff. So we don't want your kids to miss any of that because we want to be able to teach them for the full time. So try to be here early if you can. If your child is struggling in the classroom, and I know this is hard, I'm a parent too. I know we want to jump in and we want to fix it. Wait. Let the teacher do their job. If they need you, they'll ask for help. Unless your child is doing something dangerous. And then by all means, help. Okay, but if your kid's just acting out or they're not applying the correction, please do not backseat drive. Our teachers know what they're doing. They know exactly where they want your child to be and how they are progressing. If they need your help, they'll send your child to you and say, hey, let's go talk to mom for a minute. And then you can chat with them, that's fine. But just let them do that. That helps the teacher be established as an authority in the classroom, and that helps their respect. Okay, you guys saw the class dress code. That's also on your email confirmation, so hopefully you know what you need to bring to class. And then the last thing I would just ask is, we have a big social media presence, and this is how people find us. So if you end up loving Haven, share about us on social media. You can share our posts. Keep an eye on our page because there's a lot of great pictures and stuff that we add on there. And then also we have a group. It's called The Haven Dance Community, and you do have to type in the. I don't know why. The Haven Dance Community, and it's a group so you can post. So like the mom who gave me these for the Just Between Friends sale, she's a mom of ours, and she helps with the sale, so she posted about it because she thought it'd be helpful for the group. So that kind of thing, if you have like a great activity that's happening in Pueblo or something like that, you can share that information on that group. As long as it's useful for the Haven family, go for it. It's a cute place to share just like the best photo you've ever seen of your class or whatever. Just a fun place to kind of be a family. And then we upload our videos from the shows onto YouTube. So if you're looking for a performance recording, it will be on YouTube after the show. You can't buy it. They're just on YouTube. They're free. So as long as the copyright doesn't get upset with us, we're good. All right, any questions about literally anything? Yes? Community, yes. Yes, and it's a group, not a page. Follow our page as well. The page is where you'll get a ton of information. Oh, and I also go live. Every Wednesday at 6, I do a live. So I just put information out there that you need to know. It's never information that you can't find somewhere else, but it's probably more like timely, like, hey, this week, we're doing this. So it's just fun, and I love it when you guys join me and ask questions and interact. It's super fun. You don't have to. It's just there if you want it. So 6 p.m. on Wednesdays, we always do a live. Any other questions? All right, well, you guys know how to find me. You have your marching orders. If you want one of these, you can bring me your volunteer thing if you didn't already. You've got the Encore attire. I think they're cleaning that up, so you better head there first. Then there's chocolate. Sign yourself in. You might need to write your name in if you're new, but it might be there. I don't know. I think that's it.
Sorry, really quick.
Yeah.
If we were just donating, you said you could do that on the app today?
Yep. Yeah, as soon as you go to the app and you go to Studio Store, it'll be at the bottom. It'll say volunteer donation of the studio store. Yeah, it should be on the main page.
Okay.
Yep, and you can just get that done. Okay, awesome, you guys. You made a great semester. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here. It means a lot. Hopefully that helps us all have a really smooth semester together. All right, thank you. Yes.
Do you need these?
I would take them if we don't want them. Do you know what? I have a box right over there. Would you put them on there?